Asante sana. Kwanza habari za asubuhi. In terms of the preparation for the match tomorrow, obviously we had to make it as fast as possible and recover the players from our last game against the same team in the CRDP. And yeah, I think everything is going well. Alhamdulillah, there's no injuries. And we are as prepared as possible for tomorrow's match. Another important game, as you can imagine, playing every single game, like we said before. It's going to be, every game is a final for us because we have, our objective is to win the title again. And no matter what, we can make excuses about the congestion of games and the amount of games we have to play in such a short time. But I'd rather not, and I'd rather focus on how well we can prepare our players and get them ready for tomorrow. Another important game against a very good team, very good players, very good coach. We've seen them a few days ago, so that will give us a little bit of information. And we'll approach it from a position of taking the good things that we did in the last game and correcting the things that need to be corrected. And we're excited about it, and we can't wait for tomorrow. The first one is, as you mentioned, the players playing these kind of games. Sometimes we forget these guys are human beings, and they, if over pushed, obviously they have a breaking point. But we're so lucky to have an amazing medical and performance department in our club that takes care of the players and makes sure that they're ready to perform these kind of moments. And the preparation for this period didn't just start after the FIFA window. We tried to put things into plan before in that FIFA window to make sure that the players are in the best shape and mentally, physically, to arrive in this moment of the season to play these games, because we knew this was going to be a very difficult window of games. So for us, the most important thing is that we finished last game without any serious injuries, which gives us the availability of all the players. The one about the quick turnaround, yes, the players are tired mentally, physically, they are tired, but we know that we have to push through it. There's no other way, because we know what's at stake. The teams that are not competing for the title, obviously, they have the luxury to say, okay, you know what are we playing for? But we know what we're playing for. We still have 2 points in the lead of the table, and mentally that helps us to continue to push. Tactical approach, I think. Look, the games, as you can, as I'm sure everyone that knows football knows that you cannot keep that maximum level of intensity for such a long period of time in terms of the 90 minutes. If you're playing every 2 days, it's almost impossible. You will lose some sort of sharpness because of mental fatigue, because of physical fatigue, and so forth and so on. So our approach is always to put as much pressure on the opponent as possible, with or without the ball, and to dominate the game. And I think it's going to be a game of mistakes, and mistakes become more and more evident when there is mental fatigue. So we have to be able to reduce the amount of mistakes that we make in the game, because they are also tired, because we were on the same pitch 2 days ago. They played as well, although before that game they had a little bit of break, but they are also tired. And like I tell the players, we're not going to make any excuses. We have to go out there and we have to play again. Whether we're going to make rotations or not, we'll see. Obviously, we have one more training session to go today. We'll see how everybody finishes that, approaches that training session. And if we need to tweak some things here and there for the game, we will make some adjustments. But all in all, I can give you a million reasons, a million excuses about being tired, about the amount of games, about all of this. But I'd rather not. I'd rather focus on how we can best approach this game. So, from what I understand from your question, basically, you're saying that we haven't been good enough this season. So if you look at the previous years in terms of performances, in terms of statistics, we have conceded 9 goals, and we've scored, I think, 60 plus goals. The second place team, I think they've scored about 17 goals, 18 goals less or so. So when you look at the amount of wins, it shows that we are still number 1 on the table with all of that. If you look at in terms of, so that's basically your performance indicators, right? So yes, we didn't manage to win the CRDB Cup this season, but that doesn't mean that we were bad. Maybe the opponents were better, right? Maybe the opponents are improving. But I think if you look at the trajectory of the last 5 seasons, this team has continued to go up. You know, we're continuing to moving forward in terms of progression. So I don't think, to answer your question, to be honest with you, if you won 4 league titles, we've managed to win the FA Cup or CRDB Cup over the past 3 or 4 years, and you arrive here in the 5th year now, in the last three games of the league table, with 2 points lead in the league. The best teams in the world, they arrive to the final moments. Whether you win it or not is a whole other situation, because ultimately there's a lot of factors to win it or not. But to say that a team has declined, we have to finish 4th or 3rd, or even, you know, so for us to be here, I don't think that we've declined. I think we're progressing forward. And again, when you make those kind of, when you come to those kind of conclusions, you have to look at a lot of different things. You have to look at the amount of games that are being played, the league, is it getting stronger or is it getting weaker? And again, you can easily find out by looking at the numbers. The league is getting stronger. So sometimes give credit to the opponents as well. You know, it's not only to look for where you can criticize us, but give credit to the opponents as well, because this league is getting harder. It's getting more tactical. Every single team now has an approach to the game. Some teams will sit deep. Some teams, but overall, as someone who has been in this league over the past 4 years, I can tell you, it's getting more tactical. The players are improving every season, and with all of those things, with all the improvements that are happening, we're the team with the best goal difference, the best defense in the league, and we're leading the table with 3 games to go. So I hope I took you the long way to answer your question, but I hope that gives you a little bit of understanding that you have to be able to know when you criticize, it has to make sense. It has to be logical. You can't just say that because we lost the semi-final of the FA Cup that we regressed and we won X amount of trophies last season. So I think hopefully that shows you a little bit of a different way to look at it. Yeah, of course, it's a defining moment. we have to beat we have to win these kind of games to take the title again, and it's going to be a very tough game. It's going to be an important game, but we have the best players in the country, in this league. And I'm not only saying that from a football perspective, but I'm saying that from mentality as well. You know, the things that these guys go through, and what we ask them to do every 48 hours now, as of late, and for them to go out there and perform the way they perform is exceptional. And it takes a lot of mental strength, and it's not easy. It's not easy to go back out there and do it again and do it again, and then people criticize you without knowing, you know, what you have to do to come back out and find ways to win games. It's not easy. So I appreciate them, and the club appreciates them, and I have enough faith in them that we're going to go out there tomorrow and we're going to get it done, and we can go and focus on the game after that, because there are 3 more games left, and we respect all 3 games, and our approach for all 3 games will be the same: is to win the game and to continue to push forward until the last game and win this title. But tomorrow starts with tomorrow, and it's going to be a very good game.
Coach, what message do you have for the Africans fans ahead of this crucial derby match?
The fans, what I would say to them is, when the players are in this kind of state of mind or this situation physically where they need a push, they need energy, your voice matters, because it helps to give them that encouragement and reminder that what we're playing for is history, and your voice is much needed, more than ever tomorrow, because it's a big game, it's a big moment. And I think when I talk to the players about performance, I always talk to them about, you know, playing the moment and being there and competing all the time. And I'll give the same message to the fans. We need you now more than ever, because the best player that we have on the pitch, especially tomorrow, will be you. You'll be the best player that we have. Your voice is going to be important. And every time we defend, every time we attack, every time the players are feeling a little bit of this and that, your voice is going to get them through it. And we know how much you want us to go and win this title, so come and show it tomorrow. Come and support the guys, come and push us, and let's finish the season strong together.
Habari za asubuhi wana habari na Tanzania kwa ujumla. Sisi kama Young Africa, sisi kama wachezaji, kwa niaba ya wachezaji, maandalizi yameenda vizuri kabisa. Ukiangalia tumekuwa na muda mdogo sana kufanya maandalizi kuelekea katika mchezo huu, lakini niseme kwamba kile ambacho wametueleza walimu wetu baada ya mchezo ule ambao tumetaka kucheza nao wapinzani wetu, tumeshakifahamu na wametueleza kwa undani zaidi, na wapi pa kuendelea, wapi pa kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba tunaweza kuicheza hii game vizuri. Kwa ujumla niseme kwamba katika mchezo wa kesho tutaingia kuhakikisha kwamba tunaenda kupambana kuhakikisha unapata alama 3, lakini ukiangalia michezo ya ligi imebaki michache sana, tumebakisha michezo 3. Mchezo wa kesho ni mchezo muhimu sana kuelekea katika mwendelezo wetu wa ligi na kuhakikisha kwamba tunapambania ubingwa na tunaweza kuhakikisha kwamba wananchi wanafurahia. Kwanza niseme Azam wana kikosi kizuri. Tunafahamu hilo, lakini nikuhakikishie kwamba tunarudi katika mchezo wa ligi, na nadhani tumekuwa na mwendelezo mzuri sana katika mchezo wa ligi. Kwa hiyo focus yetu kubwa ni kwenye mchezo wa kesho, na sisi kama wachezaji tunatambua umuhimu wa mchezo wa kesho. Tunatambua gap udogo ambalo lipo mbele ya wapinzani wetu ambao tunapambana nao kwenye kuwania huu ubingwa. Kwa hiyo sisi kama wachezaji, jukumu letu la kesho kuhakikisha kwamba tunapambana kuweza kupata alama 3. Niseme tu sisi kama wachezaji hatuna pressure yoyote, kwa sababu tunaamini ndani ya uwezo wetu, tunaamini ndani ya mafunzo ambayo walimu wetu wanatupatia. Kwa hiyo mchezo wa kesho utakuwa ni mchezo mzuri na kuvutia na ambao utaenda kutupelekea sisi kupata alama 3. Kikubwa kama wachezaji, ukiangalia tumetoka kucheza na mpinzani huyu katika mashindano ambayo yamepita na tumeweza kupoteza. Lakini niseme kwamba ile kama wachezaji imetupa alarm kuelekea katika mchezo huu ambao tunaenda kucheza kesho. Kwa hiyo niseme tu kwamba focus yetu kubwa katika mchezo wa kesho ni kupata alama 3. Kikubwa kama nilivyosema awali, nafikiri hata mwalimu wangu pia ameweza kuelezea kila kitu. Kikubwa ni focus yetu katika mchezo wa kesho, na ni aina mchezo ambao kama nilivyosema kwamba unaamua hatima yetu ya ubingwa. Kwa hiyo sisi kama wachezaji, maelekezo ambayo wametupatia walimu wetu kwa 100%, jukumu letu kesho ni kwenda kuyatimiza na kuhakikisha kwamba tunapata alama 3.
Sawa. Ni kushukuru sana Mohamed, na niwatakie maandalizi mema kuelekea mchezo wa kesho dhidi ya Azam FC.
Asante.